What would you do if you had so much money that spending $1 million felt like pocket change? Imagine a world where price tags become meaningless and the only limit is your imagination. Welcome to the realm of the ultra-wealthy, where gifting isn't just about showing appreciation. It's about making statements that echo through history. I'm talking about presents that cost more than what most people earn in a lifetime. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to take you behind the velvet ropes of billionaire gift-giving. You'll discover the present that literally changed the New York skyline forever, the gift that required its own security team, and the shocking reason one tech titan spent $30 million on a surprise that lasted just 24 hours. But first, let me ask you this. What's the most valuable thing in the world that money can't buy? By the end of this video, you might just change your answer. When most people think of showing their love, they might plan a special dinner or buy jewelry. But when you're worth billions, you build monuments. In 1893, William Waldorf Astor, heir to the Astor fortune, was desperately in love with his wife. While most husbands might have gifted flowers or chocolates, Astor commissioned the construction of the original Waldorf Hotel in New York City. Yes, the same Waldorf that would later become part of the iconic Waldorf Astoria. But here's what few people know. The hotel wasn't just a business venture. The entire 5th floor was designed as a private apartment for his wife, with custom features that would make modern luxury penthouses look modest. The ceiling in the master bedroom was painted with gold leaf and featured a map of the stars aligned exactly as they were on the night they met. The cost? In today's money, over $150 million, just for a gift. But if you think that's extravagant, what about the billionaire who gifted something that changed an entire country's skyline? When Malaysian billionaire Ananda Krishnan wanted to honor his parents, he didn't just name a star after them or create a charity foundation. Instead, he funded the construction of the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur, once the tallest buildings in the world, standing at 1,483 feet and costing over $1.6 billion. Every time his parents looked at the skyline of their home country, they saw a physical manifestation of their son's appreciation. That's the power of billionaire gifting. It doesn't just create a moment, it creates a legacy. But there's one gift that makes even skyscrapers seem small in comparison, and it involves the rewriting of natural history itself. What do you give someone who already has everything? If you're a billionaire with the right connections, you give them something literally no one else on earth could possess. In 2007, hedge fund manager Stanley Druckenmiller wanted to give his wife the perfect 25th anniversary present. Most husbands might spring for diamonds, but Druckenmiller went in a different direction. He paid $7.5 million for the complete skeleton of a 150-million-year-old dinosaur. This wasn't just any dinosaur. It was one of the most complete specimens of an Allosaurus ever discovered. The 60% complete skeleton, named Sarah after his wife, became the centerpiece of their home. But here's what makes this gift truly remarkable. Before Druckenmiller's purchase, this historical treasure was headed to a private collection where it would never be studied or seen by the public. As part of the gift arrangement, Druckenmiller agreed that scientists could continue to study the specimen, and it would eventually be donated to a museum. A gift that simultaneously honors his wife while preserving scientific knowledge for humanity. That's next-level thinking. Speaking of preservation, one billionaire's gift actually saved an entire ecosystem from destruction. But why would someone spend $30 million to protect land they would never live on or profit from? When Swiss billionaire Hans-Jörg Wyss learned that 420,000 acres of pristine Montana wilderness, an area larger than many national parks, was about to be sold for mining and logging, he stepped in. His $35 million gift to conservation organizations protected the land forever, preserving habitat for grizzly bears, wolves, and hundreds of other species. The gift wasn't just land, it was the guarantee that future generations would experience wilderness in its untouched form. No plaque with his name, no building named in his honor, just the preservation of nature itself. But as impressive as these gifts are, they pale in comparison to what one tech billionaire did next. A gift so extravagant, so personal, that its recipient was literally speechless for hours afterward. What's the value of a memory? For tech billionaire Elon Musk, it was worth $500,000 when he purchased a James Bond Lotus submarine car from The Spy Who Loved Me at auction. The twist: he bought it as a surprise for his then wife, who had no idea until it was delivered to their home. But here's where it gets interesting. The car didn't actually work as a submarine when Musk bought it. His plan? To convert it into a real, functioning submarine car using Tesla electric technology. A childhood dream transformed into reality through the power of billions. Yet even this pales compared to the gift that Oracle founder Larry Ellison gave to his friend Steve Jobs during Jobs' battle with cancer. Ellison purchased an entire Japanese island, complete with a traditional village, healing hot springs, and pristine forest, creating a private sanctuary where Jobs could recover in peace, away from the pressures of Apple and the public eye. The price tag? Over $3 million. But for Ellison, whose net worth hovers around $100 billion, this wasn't just a gift of property. It was the gift of tranquility during the most difficult period of his friend's life. But there's one experiential gift that takes the concept to an entirely different level. Imagine receiving something so extraordinary that it required years of planning, hundreds of people to execute, and was experienced by just one person for a single day. For Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich, the ultimate gift for his girlfriend was something no one had ever done before. He reconstructed an entire day from her youth. After learning that his girlfriend reminisced about a specific summer day from her childhood in a small French village, Abramovich secretly purchased several buildings in the village where she grew up. He then meticulously researched what the village looked like decades earlier, temporarily remodeled the buildings to their original appearance, and hired actors to play the roles of people from her past. When he took her to visit her old village, she walked into a perfect recreation of her memories. Former neighbors, played by actors. The bakery with the same bread she remembered. Even the identical weather conditions were recreated using special effects. The cost? Estimated at over $25 million for a single day's experience that no one else would ever see or know about. Except now you do. But if you thought that was the peak of billionaire gift-giving, you haven't heard about the present that one oil tycoon gave his wife that required its own security detail and insurance policy equivalent to the GDP of a small nation. When it comes to traditional luxury gifts, nothing quite captures the imagination like rare jewels. But how do you make a diamond special when you can afford any diamond in the world? For Malaysian businessman Joe Low, the answer was to gift supermodel Miranda Kerr jewelry so valuable and rare that it later became part of an international financial scandal. Among the gifts was an 11.72-carat heart-shaped diamond that cost $1.29 million and came inscribed with Kerr's initials. Even more impressive was an 8.88-carat diamond pendant worth $3.8 million. The number 8 is considered lucky in Chinese culture. These gifts were so extraordinary that they later had to be surrendered to the US government as part of a massive investigation into misappropriated funds. That's right, gifts so lavish they became evidence in one of the largest financial scandals in recent history. But there's one gift that stands above all others, not because of its monetary value, though that was astronomical, but because of what it represented. This next gift wasn't just extravagant, it fundamentally changed how we view philanthropy itself. When Bill and Melinda Gates received a letter from Warren Buffett in 2006, they weren't prepared for what was inside. Buffett, one of the world's richest men, announced he was giving the bulk of his fortune, around $31 billion, to the Gates Foundation. This wasn't just money changing hands, it was one billionaire entrusting his life's work to another's vision, a level of trust and respect almost unheard of, even among friends. What makes this gift truly remarkable wasn't just its size, but its purpose. The money wasn't for private jets or islands. It was specifically designated to solve some of humanity's most pressing problems: disease eradication, poverty reduction, and educational improvement. The gift more than doubled the resources of the Gates Foundation, creating what is effectively the largest private foundation in history. Its impact continues to reverberate through improved healthcare systems in developing nations, decreased child mortality rates, and advances against diseases that have plagued humanity for centuries. This brings us back to the question I asked at the beginning: what's the most valuable thing money can't buy? For many billionaires, it seems the answer is legacy, not just being remembered, but being remembered for making a difference. From skyscrapers that change city skylines to pristine wilderness protected for generations. From reconstructed memories to foundations that save millions of lives. The most lavish gifts given by billionaires reveal something profound about wealth at its extreme. When you can buy anything, the value shifts from the material to the meaningful. The true luxury becomes the ability to create experiences, preserve history, and yes, change the world. The next time you struggle to find the perfect gift for someone special, remember, even billionaires discover that the most precious things aren't things at all. They're the moments, memories, and meaning we create for others. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of billionaire gift giving, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. If you had billions, what impossible gift would you give to someone you love? Until next time, keep dreaming big, because as we've seen today, with enough resources, even the impossible becomes possible.